Hello and welcome to this lecture. In this lecture, I'll be explaining how the switch statement works in PHP. The switch statement is used to perform different actions based on different conditions. So in a block of code, you can use switch statements to select one of many blocks of code to be executed based on the condition in each case. So let's take a look at the syntax. So this is the syntax for a switch statement. So this is how it works. First, we have a single expression, which is represented by n here. Most often it can be a variable. So this is the expression that's going to be evaluated, and it gets evaluated once. The value of the expression is then compared with the values for each case structure. So you got case 1, case 2, case 3, and then you have the default. If there is a match, the block of code associated with that case is executed. All right, you then use, you can notice I've got break here, break and break. You use the break to prevent the code from running into the next case automatically. And the default statement, which is this one here, is used if no match is found. So if you can't find any match for any of the cases, then it executes the code inside the default statement. All right, so this will make more sense if I illustrate it with a example. So let me do that now. So let's take a look at my example. So here I've got a variable and I've set the value of the variable to Apple. Don't forget, variable values can change, so I can come back and change that value from apple to blueberry or strawberry if I wanted to do so. So the way the switch statement works is that we have a single expression which has to be evaluated once. In this case, it's a variable which is called apple. So when the code is evaluated, it will compare the expression to each of these cases. So this is the switch, and we passed in this variable here, which is apple. So these are the cases. Case 1 is apple. Case 2, this case here is called blueberry. These are the labels for the case. Apple is one label, blueberry is another label, strawberry is another label, and then you have the default. So when this block of code, when it executes this code here, it will evaluate this variable here, which is apple. It will then compare the expression to each of these. It will say, this matches, I've got a case here called apple. It will then execute this block of code here, which says your favorite fruit is apple, which is this here. All right, so it will keep doing that until it finds a match. If it doesn't find a match, for example here, if I haven't got apple listed as a case here, it will execute the default, which is your favorite fruit is neither apple, blueberry, nor strawberry. But because I've got apple listed as a case here, it has displayed or outputted the code block inside this case. So that's basically how it works. If, for example, I change this from apple to, let's say, I just say apples here, it will no longer be true because the variable here is just one apple. I put apples here. So if I save that now, that condition should no longer be true. Let me run the code again and you will see. You can see your favorite fruit is neither apple, blueberry, nor strawberry. So it then executes the default block, which is this, because it can't find a case for apple. Okay, don't forget The variable name is apple, and I've got a case here called apples. So because it can't find the exact match, it gives me the default, which executes the code block inside this default statement. So that's how the switch statement works. I hope it makes sense. If it doesn't, please let me know. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.